It's Week 12 of the National Football League, and our focus is on Kyle Pitts. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Commanders and the Bears coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes K.J. Osborne out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. The numbers last week for Mitchell. 21 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Jackson now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
And even though this is a top-5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Jackson. Short throw. That's hauled in by Mayer. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Mitchell. He is going nowhere in a hurry as as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. From the gun, Jackson. Touchdown, Bears! Darnell Washington, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And able to work his way down to the 16. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points. But that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Valentine opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Stroud to throw it. He completes it to Olave. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. Now Stroud. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bears' 24-yard line.
Here's Stroud. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, it's Stroud. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Throwing now is Stroud. Finds Gibbs on the check down. No gain on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. As Stroud now to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Now KJ Osborne. Here's Osborne. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chicago offense set to get started. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Another run with Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Juju Brents. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Stroud now on 2nd down. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. Powering forward. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Robinson with another carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Stroud able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give left side to Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Washington. So how about the season, Charles, if he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith at 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
Elliott good with a PAT. And we are even at 10 apiece. Here's Osborne. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Over the middle, and Mayer hauls it in. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 more there and another first down. This one caught by Osborne, right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 33, here's 2nd and 2. Again, Jackson. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. The quick feet by Jackson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. And Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is indeed good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson and the Commander offense. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Handoff now to Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 43. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Stroud. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got Mayer. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charles.
And let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball. But when you get 12 in 1 year, that's better than most careers, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you might be asking for a bump in pay, too.
No doubt about it. Running right in there and talking to the team.
The Commanders' offense set to take over. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year. But you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On the give, here's Robinson. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 80 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The drive will start with an option going left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. An option give now to Mitchell. Pushing his way through. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Throwing is Jackson. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. That'll go as a pickup of 8. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the end. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Here's Stroud. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Stroud to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
The downside for the defense is that they're dealing with a team that's in their red zone, but the upside, not much room to work with for the offense. Fewer windows in the zone for them to throw into. Tough for a quarterback to get a throw off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
They'll come out with a 4-receiver set. 3rd and 9. And Stroud now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
The Bears going to get 1 more possession in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Stroud's throw taken in by Samuel. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now 2nd and 3. Stroud looking to throw. And returns it right back to Samuel. And he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line. And they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far. And that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Browns who have the lead in the second quarter. Jamison Williams, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And that one, all tied. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
And he returns this to the 22. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to...
They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
After the interception, here's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have regained the lead. But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now Stroud. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. And his pass incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
The throwing again is Stroud. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Stroud. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jermaine Johnson drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really? Should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Now it's Jackson. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and calls a nice play for lost yardage. One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Big yardage that time for Washington. 51 yards. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he whips that one incomplete there.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. Stroud. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Kyle Pitts, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bears now ready to take over again. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Jackson on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now Jackson on second down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
To throw is Jackson. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, he's had success running the football on this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown! K.J. Osborne, 49 yards. And the Bears have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Valentine now from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right? Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Washington offense set to take over. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. First and 10, it's Stroud. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And Stroud now to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Stroud working out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Commanders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. Osborne on the return from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Jackson now. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
The Washington offense set to take over again. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 92 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. They'll run again here with Robinson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run it now with Robinson. We'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 4. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Stroud out of the gun here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Justin Jefferson, 28 yards. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Osborne decides against a run back, and this will come out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to get going again. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Meanwhile, Jackson's and this throw brought in here by Mayer.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On third down, here's Mitchell. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
You have to figure with this offense on second and inches, they're in ideal shape, but then they end up getting an incompletion, a run stumped on third and inches, and you look around and say, how did it become fourth down?
Going for it, it's Mitchell. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Excellent job on the keeper, 20 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Jackson. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 18-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll be wrangled to the ground right there at the 32-yard line. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Bears are right back in this football game. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now Jackson on first down. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone, and that's exactly what he did there.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting...
And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Darius Slay with a pick. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. After the interception, here's Jackson. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jalen Carter, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Here comes 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. The quick feet by Jackson. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000? You know what I like He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Pass taken in by Mayer. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's 1st and goal. Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Jackson. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Ballantyne now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now Washington down by a field goal. 37 seconds to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Stroud. Finding Samuel. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Stroud. That's caught by Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
First down, here's Mitchell. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Robinson with another carry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. First throw of overtime, Stroud. Kyle Pitts, and he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Robinson up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's 1st down. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it in?
They'll get to Stroud. Nowhere to go, and he goes down. Jermaine Johnson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now. Now Stroud. And he is caught. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Explosion plays always break the back of a defense, and overtime to put them in the red zone, that was huge.
I like your description there, because when you get an explosion play, now people are really scrambling on defense. Now they're looking to each other. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make a play? Offensive guys have the momentum. Now they're in the red zone. They've got to be thinking attack, trying to get it into the end zone.
And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Meanwhile, Stroud's throw into the hands of Pitts here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Here goes Stroud again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Robinson. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third down here.
On second down, it's Stroud. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Commanders, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Chicago, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.